As Grover I of Griffenstein won the Battle of the Three Kings, a Kaiserreich of Griffenkind had risen from Griffenheim in 705. With one mighty army and the blessing of the Order of Bodies, the first Kaiser was able to control such vast empire. However, his successor, the warmonger Grover II, was not blessed by the bodies. Nobles didn't appreciate this brutal emperor, and without the bless of the idol, many vassals were eager to challenge his rule. To keep the Kaiserreich from collapsing, Grover II knew that the empire would need an external enemy to unite. So, the warmonger started a great crusade against the ponies of the Riverlands. The imperial army and the knightly orders marched from the river of Griffking to conquer Riverland ponies. As one of the independent chapters of the Knights, the knightly order of Hellquill was granted some of the lands for their excellent service during the crusade. The Ordensstaat of Hellquill, also called the Order of Brothers of the Griffin House of Prelate Aloysius in Cloudberry, was entrusted by the Kaiser to guard the Griffonian frontier. Thus, the Grand Master had established one March of Hellquill in 810, swearing an oath to the Kaiser that they and their successors will try everything to fight against all the ponies and protect the Griffenkind to the end of time. To every creature's surprise, however, the Crusades didn't go well as planned. In 854, the mighty warmonger met his end under one spear of Nimbusia. With the Treaty of Coldstream signed and the succession of Grover III, the never-ending crusade was finally over. But the Crusades of Hellquill had never ended. As the Empire drew their forces back to Ostland, the Ordensstaat of Hellquill refused to accept the failure of the Empire. They remained on their eastern march, a land between Ostland Griffons and Riverland ponies, fulfilling their oath generation after generation. For the coming centuries, the Empire and the Griffons had quickly forgotten these knights of the old times. The Ordensstaat was left alone by the Welt, sinking in hatred against ponies and their oath of the past. Though the nation was filled with ponies, the knights took them as tenants or serfs, forcing them to pay taxes to their landlords. When the Welt was stepping towards the modern time, the knights were left behind. Under the rule of the knights, some ponies had given up their religion, putting their faith in the Griffin gods, calling themselves the Bosniaks. While other ponies were resisting their Griffin laws, the Bosniaks were glad to pay the taxes. To continue their endless crusades, the knights raided treasure from Diamond Mountain and taxed from local ponies. But all these efforts couldn't save the Ordensstaat from the fate of chaos. After the crowning of Grover V in 979, Hellquill knights refused to give their loyalty to Griffenheim, since Hellquill knights would only serve Grover II. For now, Grandmaster Siegfried Trappenfeld had to find a way to save the order between the west and the east. As the Grandmaster stepped down, Siegfried had a choice between the candidates and defined the course he took. No matter what he chose, the harmonious Auguste von Ottesberg, the traditionalist Ulrich Abserot, or the crazy Winfried von Katharinenburger, their fate stayed the same. The last order didn't know when to stop, and they couldn't stop. They had been trapped in the meaningless hatred and blindless oath forever. They were forgotten and betrayed by their homeland, but their banner stayed the same. The border watch held in the east, lone against their enemy that never existed. The last Ordensstaat knows no lie, no betrayal. But if there's only one thing the order knows, it is to keep marching on.